So this was several years ago, but I was doing stormwater management design, and I was on a team that designed a police building. And what was so interesting about it is that it was, I believe this was in Montgomery County, Maryland, and it had to be LEED Silver certified. So, and as it turned out, I had studied previously and had taken an exam, and I am actually a LEED accredited professional. So I have that standing, and so they wanted me on the team. So what LEED is, just to let you know, that's leadership in energy and environmental design, and it is, if you've heard of green buildings. So building, a building that has less of a carbon footprint, has less impact on the environment. So it was really exciting to be able to be on a team where we were actually designing one of these buildings. It was LEED Silver certified. One of the components that I didn't design, but I incorporated into my design was they did a green roof, which is actual vegetation on the roof, and they use succulents, which absorb a lot of water, but also are very drought hardy. So that was really interesting, and I did the stormwater management design for this. And the stormwater management design, again, we were using elements that I hadn't really used too much before, like pervious pavement, rain gardens, biofilters, and we even had some underground storage. And the whole thing of what I was trying to do with this design is trying to get it to, so that the post conditions after this was built, the stormwater that was running off the site would be about the same as what it was in the preconditions before it was built. So you look back when it was forested, or you had grass or just meadow, and trying to keep it to that level. You didn't want to get rid of all the water. You didn't want to like keep all the stormwater on site because you don't want downstream for there to be drought conditions, but you wanted to sort of keep it at that same level. So how do you do that? And this is where you use all these different elements to get it that way. And then the other aspect of it is, of course, you want to try to make the water as clean as you possibly can. And this is where you're filtering and doing these kind of things. The green roof really helps, actually, because there's actually pollution in rainwater as it goes through the atmosphere. So that's where green roofs can be really handy. And doing all of that, it was just like a puzzle. You only had so much area in order to use to do all the stormwater management. And so how do you do that in that small area? And again, doing pervious pavement where the water can go through the pavement, doing some underground storage, and these little rain gardens and things is the way I was able to do that.
And what was your job title at the time of that project?
I think I was a project engineer.
And about how many years experience did you have at the time?
I think I had about 8 years of experience at that time.
And so what was your typical day on the project like?
So I was actually working with AutoCAD, which I love doing. So you do the design, actually, on the computer and getting the different elements, and then of course you'll have computer programs that would actually help you with the hydraulics to figure out how much water was going to be going where, and also in cleaning and things like that. So the typical day was mostly at that point working on my computer doing that design.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank related to this project?
I want to thank my supervisor at the time, Joanne Chiok, because she was my mentor. And I had been out of engineering for a while because I was a stay-at-home mom. I had children. And I came back to engineering after 9 years, and it was awesome. But it was also awesome to have Joanne take me under her wing and help me and answer questions and be there for me. I can't describe to you how great that was and how much she helped me and just made me feel better about myself as I was getting back into, you know, working full time and all that. It was just, having her there was just crucial. It was just crucial.